tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're going to bury him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? You might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
This is intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Eluding the pressure, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November,
already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Allen now to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Grant. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 40-yard line.
It comes to me, it's me. 41's the mic, 41's the mic. Go, check 41. In your face. Yeah. 41 mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shift.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is gonna be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen throwing again. And this one complete to Ron Roberts. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Allen now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Avery Moss make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on first down, Allen. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down now, it's Grant. Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Corey Grant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down. At the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw on second down. Allen complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a grab by Croft. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Hey, Foxtrot. Push him back. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Pick it up.
Working out of a shotgun. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Shoot, shoot.
He spins free. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On second down, it's Drake. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts, but now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Watch the shoot. Hey, switch gears. Joker, 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 Joker.
On second down, it's Drake. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Watch the six. Check 15. Switch! Switch! Watch out! Watch the shit! Hey, hey! Go! Shit!
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slant. Check, 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 check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now a give, right side. Grant fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball was knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
25, check 25, check 25.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Sanders' kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
In your face.
Jackson gonna throw again. He's gonna fire one deep left side. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. On first down, it's Grant. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Whip. Watch the whip. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. About 3 yards there to the 27.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. To return is McKenzie. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Switch. He's coming.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They go back to Grant. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson, but he's got it to Hearns. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle here to Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Double dog. Double dog. That's the way. Hey, look.
And Jackson throwing once more. Being chased out left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? I'm coming. He's coming. We got double up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Parker. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a give right side. It's Grant, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Now this time, Allen will throw. Throw left side complete. It's McKenzie. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Tack McKinley in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To the air, Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. Jones last year led the Bills, 652 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, more than double his production from 2017. Now they're hoping for an even bigger bump this year. He's going to sling this, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. You got nothing.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McKenzie. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills get a bit closer. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go! Hey, come on. All day, dog. Check 31. Under 10. 10. Rotate. Slam. Tight dog. Check nickel. Watch twist.
Now a give right side. Grant. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check. Go. He got it. Go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly, and that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bills, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.